Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about business models. Let's learn. To start with, let's have a quick understanding of the concept of e-commerce, differentiate between traditional and contemporary models of the e-commerce. E-commerce models, let's discuss under 7 different heads. Number 1, business to business, business to customer, B2C, customer to business, C to B, customer to customers, C to C, government to customers, G to C, business to government, B to G, government to business, G to B. What is e-commerce? Let's introduce. Again, a business model describes the rationale of how an organization captures, creates and delivers value, such as to be intuitive and cover all matters of interest, that is, it encompasses the necessary and sufficient conditions of company operations. Let's understand the traditional business versus contemporary business under these various heads. Traditional business or contemporary business is the business which happens to be in physical, whereas contemporary business is a business which happens to adopt electronic media, electronic support in conducting their business. Formation. Traditional business, it is difficult. Why? Because when a traditional business happens to initiate establishment of it, the planning of it, it needs a rigorous homework of analyzing, assessing, checking physical place, etc. Whereas contemporary business is a virtual space, virtual business which happens to go with ease without much on registrations, regulations, etc. It does not require physical space as compared to a traditional business. Physical presence. Yes, traditional business happens to be available at a particular location, whereas contemporary business or e-business is virtually available. It does not require any physical location. Yes, at the back end it might have warehouses, certain points, locations where from the order is being processed, but as such a location is not required to start a business. Location requirements, yes, better locate near the source of raw material, because traditional or conventional businesses happens to process the raw material, make them finished goods, they require raw material. It is suggested that conventional business to have a setup near the places where they can easily access the raw material. This happens to be minimized in case of e-business, because under e-business these raw materials, finished products, etc. is not of much importance, because here a virtual space is created where permissions are given for the various businesses to access and publish their business, through which the customers can place the orders. Hence, location requirement is not a concern with e-business. Cost involved. Yes, as we have understood that there is a need for formation, regulatory authority, physical presence is required and location is also required. It means, or automatically it indicates that it needs high cost and maintenance, which involves huge cost, whereas in case of e-business it is only the cost incurred with respect to infrastructure, that is technological part. Otherwise, for the formulation, physical appearances, location, all the cost which is incurred otherwise in a conventional business is lowered in case of e-businesses. Operating cost, yes, as we have understood that in traditional or conventional business, step by step raw material is procured, which is processed and then made finished good ready for the sales. There is cost involved at every stage. whereas in e-business all this is been reduced, where some it is in e-business machinery, huge plant equipments, infrastructures are used to minimize the processing of operational cost, which will further lower the cost of the product. Nature of contact with the suppliers and the customers. In conventional business, it is compulsory to ensure that intermediaries are maintained, suppliers and customer base is properly maintained, whereas e-business it is not. Why? Because here the databases are maintained and regularly communication happens through them. Hence, it is not direct contact to its suppliers and customers. It is through communication via email and mobile messages, etc. A response time for meeting contemporary internal customers or internal customers internal requirements. The time taken to solve problem faced is quite long and time consuming in case of traditional business, whereas the e-business happens to be very quick in responding to any queries or any problems when it comes from the customer base, either internal or external. Shape of the organizational structure. Yes, conventional way of business is hierarchical in nature, it's vertical in nature, which consists of top management, middle management and lower management, lower level management, whereas e-business is horizontal, where all of them happen to be placed on a horizontal line. Every individual is shouldered with a responsibility which is to be conducted by them using internet facilities, computers, etc. Opportunity for physical pre-sampling of the products. Yes, lot of people happens to meet and various labors across top management, middle management and lower level management happens to be a part of organization. Hence, sampling can be much more initiated, whereas in e-businesses this facility, this sampling facility is minimized because there is no person personally interacting. Only on the horizontal line people work for their own jobs and happens to process the job to the next level. So, hence it is less as compared to the conventional way of conducting business. Ease of going global. Under conventional business, one is confined to a physical location where it is located. In order to either reach their own geographical location, geographical line, cross the geographical line, or even go at a global platform, it is quite challenging because they are confined to a particular location, whereas e-business is e-business happens to be on a website through internet, computers, etc. Hence, it is easy for e-business or contemporary business to immediately shift or develop from the e-business and try to even move ahead at global reach. Hence, it is quite easy for e-business to immediately capture the global markets. Next, nature of human capital. Yes, human capital who are the backbone of any business. As in conventional way of business, semi-skilled, even unskilled manpower are needed, but when it is e-business, only technically professional qualified personnels are needed. Here semi-skilled and even unskilled laborers or people are not much in demand. E-business always happens to be hiring technically sound people. Then moving ahead, we have the last differences is lower due to arm's length transaction and face to face contact. Yes, there is the transaction risk is minimized here in case of conventional business, whereas in e-business it is high due to the distance and anonymity of the parties, because here you don't happen to see each other. The business which is carried on online, you don't happen to see, you either talk, message, chat, or via communicate through emails. Hence you don't have a direct connectivity. Hence the transactional risk is quite high in case of business as compared to traditional businesses or conventional business, wherein these kind of risk can be minimized by talking to people, by showing them the product, by making them try the product, etc. So, the contemporary business or e-business is although developing, growing, but there are certain disadvantages associated as compared to conventional. Conventional way of conducting business has got its own strengthens points. Moving ahead, let's learn about the various business models in e-commerce, which any businesses can happen to adopt this style of conducting business by understanding the role of by understanding the product that they are offering to the customers, enabling them to adopt these models will help them grow like anything. So, first one to start with, let us discuss about business to business, which we also refer as B2B. This is usually happens between one business to another business. It is a business which happens to transact with another business via website. There is no physical communication, it only happens through website. So, you can see here business organization via website connects to the other businesses and process the orders, followed by the business upon receiving the order processes it, hand over to logistics, or with the help of logistics department ensures that the order is moving safely to the other business. From that business, probably the goods or services may go down to the customers. Okay. Sometimes it is wholesalers on the other hand. Examples of the business to business market are Naptol, IndiaMart, Alibaba.com. These are the few websites which enables businesses to conduct the business, to order business to order from their businesses at a very low price. In turn, again they can or they happen to conduct a business where they come in contact with the customers directly. Let's move on to look at the merits and demerits of the B2B business. Market predictability. Yes, these are the parties who are into the industry. They know how the market performs. They can easily predict the market. Better sales. Yes, these are the big businesses which cannot or will not be able to reach the customers directly, happens to depend upon the other businesses who can in turn sell the products for them. Lower cost. Yes, this happens between one business to another business, hence the cost will be less as compared to businesses offering to intermediary and then it is moving to the customer base. Data centric processes is another advantage of the B2B business. When coming to demerits or disadvantages of B2B markets, limited market. Yes, unlike any other customer base which is spread across any geographical location, these markets are confined to only the businesses or say wholesalers. So, from business it comes down to the wholesalers or we call it as business. So, hence the market is very limited. Lengthy decisions, as we have see, the process of decision making involves lot of time here. Why? Because here the business happens to do business with other business. So, anything from discount, offering discounts to, or any other matter, it is like it happens to come from top management, moves on to lower level management, and then to the next level of ordinates or subordinates. Hence, the decision making process happens to be quite lengthy as compared to any other form. Inverted structure, yes, business to business model happens to invert the hierarchy level of structure, which consists of top level management, middle level management, and lower level, thereby following the structure, following the subordinate levels. So, hence the structure which tries to delay the process of making decisions or communications, etc., are few of the disadvantages associated with the B2B business. Next, moving ahead, business to customers, which is denoted as B2C, sells its product. This form of business sells the product directly to the customer. A customer can view the products like which is shown on the website. So, websites are something where the customer happens to view all the products which the business is offering. So, the transactions is the flow of transactions is something like this. It happens to flow from customer, the order via website. Website will further process this and pass it on to the respective businesses, where in turn they process the order, pack the order, and ensure the delivery of the product to the customer. The examples of this kind of business are Big Basket or Amazon.in are the few companies who are offering B2C business. Let us move on to know the various advantages and disadvantages of B2 business to customer markets. Lower prices, as you can see, either Amazon or like Amazon any other website which is offering you products online through a website happens to reduce lot of prices of the products or services. This happens because it is directly connecting to the customer, thereby reducing the cost of intermediaries, happen to be increasing the cost. Again, the next advantage is shopping 24/7. Yeah, at any point of time, any day in a week you can shop 24/7. The websites are available any night or even day, whatever your convenient timings are or day is, you can conveniently book your order and ensure that you happen to select the slot whenever you want the delivery. These are certain advantages to the customer which is promoting B2C. Greater searchability, yes, greater searchability refers to the information about the products, comparison about the products from one website to another website, such as prices, features, etc., can be compared from one website to another website, and then a final purchases or orders can be placed. Shorter delivery times for digital products like Amazon Prime customers are offered 1 day delivery, free delivery options. So, these are certain add-on top ups provided by the companies, the various websites. Again, it differs from one company to another company. So, hence these are certain attractive ways to encourage more and more business happens online, and the customers feel privileged to do the shopping on their websites. Sharing of information with the others, yes, again references, reference codes are again the few advantages of these kind of businesses B2C, where you happen to be rewarded and as well as the other party to whom you are introducing is also rewarded. So, sharing of information in the way of referral programs is again an initiative brought in by B2C companies, which enables a customer or to bring in or multiply the customer base. Improved customer services. Yes, this is the backbone, this is the strength of the B2C customers, because in B2C customers the products are not touched, felt, or the feeling, touching is missing. Hence customer service plays a vital role. 24/7 customer service, chat box available, artificial intelligence which also is enabling you and guiding you for the improved customer services to be offered. All these are adding up to the advantages of the customers. Moving ahead, we have demerits. Demerits are nothing but the disadvantages of online shopping, or you can say on B2C. For conducting business to customer, there are certain disadvantages. Let's see what are those disadvantages. Delay in receiving physical products, shipping. Yeah, certain times it is observed that the shipping has been delayed for some reasons, and the physical product is been damaged or brought into you in a damaged way, etc. So these are certain challenges faced by B2C companies. Without high speed internet service, slow down speed. Yeah, if you do not have high speed and a proper website, a proper device, suppose in your mobile phone or a website, if you do not have a proper device with the proper internet connectivity, then it becomes difficult for you to do online ordering. Security and privacy concerns, especially with the rise of phishing, these days we find lot of cases which are recorded on these lines, security and privacy concern. Here we happen to provide our credentials such as username, email IDs, mobile numbers, and also our bank details. Hence we need to be little cautious about when we are providing these kind of information on to the websites where we are not where we don't rely such a website. So hence be little careful in providing these kind of credential when you are sharing this on unknown websites. Yes, inability to teach, feel, smell product prior to the purchase is another disadvantages of B2C companies. Yet companies are coming forward by offering various features to make the customers feel better on these lines. Unavailability of micro payments for purchase of small cost products are something again a challenging thing for B2C customer base. So overall, merits and demerits of B2C companies we have learned. Moving on, let's see the other model, that is customer to business. Customer to business happens to start with customer through a website, happens to directly come in contact with the organization for a particular service or a product. And here the customer through website, when it is reaching the organization directly, it it is like any business such as Naukri.com, bankbazaar.com, policybazaar.com. These are the various websites which are the examples of customer to business. The merits and demerits of customer to business markets are, yes, expansion of marketplace, because the moment we say expansion of marketplace, here it is all about customer base. A lot of huge customer base is involved and accessing. If you take example of Naukri.com, you can better understand how many people would register in order to get jobs across. Cheaper electronic transactions. Yes, you don't have to move around, you can just sit at one place and enroll yourself to get the benefits from those businesses. Greater customer loyalty through customized web pages. Yes, there are certain companies who happen to offer exclusive customized web pages which ease the selection process or conduction of understanding process to the customer. Again, this is a niche marketing which enables opportunities to the customers in order to expand their market. Increased competition due to global marketplace, ease of comparison between competing product drives price downs, Besides, the other demerits are customers want a specific choice and will not accept substitutes. Customers control flow of information instead of companies. Moving ahead, we have customer to customer. Here customer is directly in contact with the other customer through a website like olx.com or car27.com, ebay.com. And the merits and demerits of these kind of business models are: lowest cost is involved. Yes, intermediary is totally eliminated. There is no interaction which happens between the customer to customer. Profits are high. Large number of buyers can get easily connected to. These are the few merits. Let's talk about demerits. Product quality is suffered. Yes, you do not know what type of product quality, because these are the customers who have not been registered, unlike an Amazon or any other company. These are customers who are in turn coming in contact with the customer. So, question of security is there. Fake products which leads to scams are of greater possibility. Fake communities also can be created in the system. One has to be very careful when C2C business with the C2C business models. Moving ahead, government to customer. Government to customer is again government offering its services to the citizens via website, and the best examples we have railways, Me Sevas, E-Sevas, indiagovernment.in. These are the few examples. And moving on with the merits is, yes, increase in the standard of living, efficient and economic distribution of services, strengthen government and citizen relationships. It also reduces transaction cost. Demerits of this model is high infrastructure cost, because these are all about the government initiatives. It needs lot of security and privacy concerns. So, infrastructure has to be installed and advanced technology should be used. Illiteracy and poverty are the technical skills. Regional imbalances, lack of privacy. Again, now and then we keep hearing about various scams and databases about Aadhaar cards, voter ID cards, etc. So, these are the demerits of the government to citizen. Moving ahead, we have business to government. Business to government is another model which happens to connect with the government. Private businesses connecting with the government through websites for tenders, exclusively contacting through for accreditation by government, and provide a medium of business to submit application forms to the government. And the best examples we can see here is BHEL and All Hindustan Aeronautical Limited are few examples. Merits and demerits are: it has a better accountability, avail government services like subsidies and grants. If you come through these websites, you can easily access subsidies. Legal, yes, legal rules and regulations are very strictly are to be followed. And coming to demerits, yes, it has excessive powers and the legal fees charged are also very quite high. Moving ahead, the last, government to business, B2G model. Here government to business model websites is an approach where organizations or websites support auctions, tenders, applications and other functionalities, and the examples are e-procurement, e-tender boxes, etc. Merits are high investment business, high regulations, reduction in time and transaction, and the disadvantages associates with are privacy and security, cyber attacks, disturbance to the status quo. So, with this I hope the business models are clear. What did we learn? Let us have a quick recall. E-commerce, traditional commerce versus contemporary business, various business models, B2B, B2C, G2C, G2B, etc. I hope it is clear. Thank you.